Hi guys, it's Wednesday, May 6, 2020, and we are back with tally charts and math. Let's go ahead and begin by reading our job. I will conduct a survey to ask my family their favorite season so I can record with tally marks on a tally chart. Then we're going to take that and do something with that. So let's read our second job. I will use the data from the tally chart to create a bar graph that will display my results. Let's go ahead and before we get started with that assignment, let's go ahead and read this book. It's called Let's Make a Tally Chart. Okay, this book is called Let's Make a Tally Chart by Robin Nelson. The people in Ben's family are having a cookout. They are making hot dogs, hamburgers, and chicken. Yum, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Ben's job is to find out what everyone wants to eat. How can he keep track? Ben can make a tally chart. This is an example of a tally chart with marks on each side. A tally chart shows data. Data is information. We see this shows favorite pets, dog, cat, fish, bird. These are the tallies. Remember how we talked about a grouping of tallies like this is how much? 5, right? So we don't have to count each individual one of these. We just say 5, then count on 6, 7, 8. So 8. So what can we tell by this tally chart? What's the most favorite pet? If we just look at the totals, right here shows most of the people that that this person asked or that surveyed like dogs more. And what was the least? Bird, right? Because that's 2. There was a tie here, wasn't there? What's the tie? The cat and the fish, because they both have 4. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so Ben starts off by making a list of the foods. He made a list of hot dog, hamburger, and chicken. He asked each person what he or she wants to eat. So right here, Ben makes a tally mark after the food each person wants. Every 5th tally mark goes across the other 4, just like what we talked about here. So every 5th just goes across like that. So far, how many people want hot dogs? If we go to read this, 5, that's correct. Here's the data that Ben got. Here's 5. We know that because it's in a grouping. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this was 5. So 5 hot dogs, 8 hamburgers, and 5 chicken. 8 people want hamburgers. We talked about that, right? 5 people want hot dogs, and then 5 people want chicken. Ben shows his tally chart to his dad. Time to get the food to the table. So you see how this helped Ben and his family be able to come out and get the food to everyone. They know that they need to get, if we go back here, they need to get 5 hot dogs to the table, 8 hamburgers to the table, and then 5 chicken to the table, right? So that's a perfect way to show you how that can help, how a tally chart can help. So, reading tally charts. Ben's aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins were late to the cookout. Ben asked them what they wanted to eat. He added their answers to his tally chart. So he had to add 4 more here, which made 9, right? So let's use his tally chart to answer these questions below. What foods did the new people choose? Remember, it was, if we go back, it was, let's go back here. So it was 5, 9, and 5. 5, wait, I'm sorry. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, I can't miscount it. So 5 hot dogs, 8 hamburgers, 5 chickens. So let's see what was added to it. So it's 5, 8, 5. Let's go back over here to answer these questions. So this was 5, but now it shows 9. So we know that the people chose hot dogs, right? And this was 8 already before, and this was 5. So the only thing that was added was the people that got there, they wanted hot dogs. So we had to add, he added 4 more tally marks. So 5 and 4 we know is 9. So how to make a tally chart. First we have to decide what data we want to keep track of. And in our case, we're going to keep track of seasons, favorite seasons. Then we're going to write down the different choices. So the different choices would be, how many seasons do we have? We have 4 seasons, so there's going to be, we are in spring, summer, fall, and winter. So we have to write, those are the 4 choices that the people we survey are going to be able to choose. We're going to ask them, what is your favorite season? And the choices are spring, summer, winter, fall. Then we make tally marks after each choice. So after we ask, we make a tally mark next to each one, whichever one it is that they choose. And of course, we add a title. All right, so let's go over some of our vocabulary words. We know that data is information used to make a tally chart. A tally chart is a way to show information that has been counted, and a tally mark is a line that stands for how many items? 1 item. Let's go back to our job this week. We're going to use the data. We're going to conduct a survey and ask our family their favorite season, and then we're going to record that. Then we're going to take that information that we get from the tally chart and we're going to create a bar graph. So let's practice here. Let's say that I took a survey about the foods. This is just like what this book was about. How do I take this information from a tally chart and put it into a bar graph? Well, first we need to look at the data, and these are our choices: hot dog, hamburger, chicken. So I'm going to take the information on a tally chart and I'm going to use this bar graph to enter the information. So we're going to say, so here, hot dog is my first choice. So I'm going to list here. Right here, I'm going to write hot dog. Then my next section is going to be hamburger. So I'm going to write hamburger. And then my last option is, oops, Then the other one is chicken. I think I'm going to have to write this just a little bit smaller. That's okay. So now, I have hot dog for this column, hamburger for this column, then chicken for this column. Now we need to take the choices and add them here. So I'm going to start with, let's see here. This one here on this side, this is going to be 1. I'm going to number it 1. Then I'm going to come up here, up to the top, and I'm going to say 2. And this is too big, so I have 1 here. For this first line is 1. Then this line is going to be 2. And again, I need to make this smaller. So I'm going to make this line 2. Then this line is going to be 3. This line, I'll fix it all 4. Then this line is 5. This line is 6. Oops. This line is 6. 7, 8. Now these are way too big, so I need to make that bigger. Smaller. 8. That's going to be 14. Here. That goes here on this line. Now you're going to draw this in your journal, but I'm just showing you how you take your information from a tally chart and move it over into a bar graph. But your information, again, you're going to draw your, and I'll move this one over here, and then this one moves over here. There we go. So just about like that. Okay, so I have my choices down here, and then I have to start with at least 1, and my highest number is 8. That's how I knew how high to go. So I know that the least was 5, but I'm just going to go ahead and always start at 1, and then my highest was my highest actually was 9, so I'm actually going to have to go a little higher. So I would add another box here, up here, and I would say 9. So I would have to add another box. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to say 9, okay? Up here to then another box right there. I'm not going to take time to, I could probably try and draw the line. It's probably not going to be very straight, but that's okay, right? So I'm just going to draw the other line here. It goes straight across. And then my line straight here and here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, not perfect, but good enough. Okay, so now that we have created our chart, remember that now we put our choices here. We numbered it. I started with 1, and I went up to the highest amount of tally charts. With this one shows 9, so I went to 9. Now, hot dogs. How many people wanted hot dogs? Let's see. Remember, this is a count of 5, so we do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 people wanted those. So I need to show 9 here. What I'm just going to do here is I am just going to use my marker, and I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can just shade it in with your pencil. Now, next one is hamburger. All right, hamburger. Now, how many people want hamburgers? That's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then how many people wanted chicken? You're right, 5. We know this grouping is 5. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now here's our bar graph. And you can color in the entire box. I just don't want to take too much time showing that. So we can tell here most people wanted what? Hot dogs, all the way up to 9. The least people wanted was chicken, and that goes up to 5. So first thing for you to do is create a tally chart that looks like this. Oh, and also don't forget your title. So I'm going to up here, my title is going to be up here. Food for Ben's Cookout. So you don't forget your title. So now let's go back here. So you're going to title it. What is your favorite season? Write your labels like this with columns. Your 4 choices: fall, winter, spring, summer. You're going to go to each of your family members, ask them what is your favorite season. You put a tally here. So if you ask mom and mom says, well, fall is my favorite, then you would just come here and you make 1 tally. Then you ask dad, sister, brother. Then you write your total here. Remember, a tally for each. Then you're going to take that data. So say I have, this is what I come up with. So I know this equals 4, so I will write 4. I'll write 1 here. My total here is 2. And my total is 1. Then I take that information, I just create a square like this on my journal. And you do your choices here. Your numbers here. You can start with 1, 2, 3, and you just keep on going all the way to the top. Then you fill these in, just like what I did here. Okay, so just create a tally at the very top. Go walk around and do your survey. Then you draw some boxes like this to create your bar graph. If you have any questions whatsoever on how to do this, need any assistance, please reach out to me, and I will be more than happy to help you out. All right, guys, you have a great Wednesday, and I can't wait to see your information. Goodbye.